Welcome to the Advice Show, media with a common sense approach. So after Jesse Williams made his speech, once again, Tomi Lahren decides to come out with a commentary, of course, speaking against any person that's speaking about black progress, black empowerment, waking up the people to the reality that we're living in here in America. And at first, I was not going to do this video, but due to the people on Facebook that encouraged me to do this video to break down this little young woman, we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you're not following me on Facebook, I don't know what you're waiting on. It's free. It's facebook.com/The Advice Show. So let's go ahead on and break down Miss Tomi Lahren.
Well, the BET Awards were last night. Notably, they were very black. Oh, but can I say that? What with my whiteness and all? Well, too damn bad.
First of all, you do realize it was the BET Awards and there were a lot of black people there. And you don't even understand the concept of what that man has stated when he said whiteness. He was speaking about the social construct. He was not speaking about the actual skin color. But when it comes to white supremacists like yourself, you cannot really break down arguments too well. You just run off at your mouth. Go ahead, continue.
Question: was this a celebration of black entertainment or an opportunity to complain about the plight of wealthy black actors and musicians? Curious, because I saw a lot of talent on that stage, but at the same time, a whole lot of victimhood.
So, Tomi Lahren, you just answered your own question. What are you talking about? You know good and well, Jesse Williams' speech was only one small part of the show. And you say the plight of wealthy black people. He wasn't even mentioning wealthy black people. He mentioned black people as a whole, black people as a collective. Now, you say about the victimhood. Let's talk about that victimhood. Why that makes you so upset when black people talk about how they have been victimized, how they still being victimized to this day. Historically, they've been victimized. And your ancestors have been the ones who have been the savages, the ones who have been the devils that's done this stuff to us. And most of you who say you love Jesus, you would understand that Jesus described the devil as one who kills, steal, and destroy, which this devil has done this to us on many occasions. And this devil called a white supremacist is the one who has done this. Now, continuing.
Oh, and police bashing, that too. Meet Grey's Anatomy actor Jesse Williams. He won the Humanitarian Award last night, which means the BET definition of humanitarian is someone who perpetuates a war on cops.
Let's talk about that war on cops conversation, because I'm so sick and tired of these conservatives with their lying selves talking about a war on cops. Basically, to them, the war on cops is black people standing up against police brutality. That's a war on cops. But they don't talk about the real war on cops. In 2016, most of the suspects who have killed police officers have been white. You're not talking about that. I did a story months ago about a police officer that was killed in cold blood by a white suspect. No national outcry, no national outrage, no half staff on the flags, anything for this white Louisiana state trooper. Don't say nothing about that, but let that suspect be black. It's a war on cops. This is what black people do. See, y'all can't come to me like that. I do too many of these stories. I know your crime statistics. I know the truth. That's why I just laugh at y'all when y'all try to come up here with your falsehoods and lies. Continuing.
Killing someone in broad daylight and then going home to make a sandwich? Are you kidding me, Jesse? Know what else is interesting, bud? Though the term unarmed black man may be literally accurate, it doesn't tell the whole story in most cases. In a number of cases, if the victim ended up being unarmed, it was certainly not for lack of trying. Grabbing an officer's gun or using other equipment to beat the police doesn't give you a free pass. Oh, but heaven forbid someone be critical of this movement.
I like what she just said. She acknowledged that a lot of these cops are killing black people unarmed, but she said it doesn't tell the whole story. You acknowledge the fact that a lot of black men are being killed by cops unarmed. Stop sitting up there and trying to defend that crap. This is what I'm talking about. They always come up to defend the evil acts of a white supremacist. No matter what they do, they could rape even their own people, they would defend it. They can kill their own people, do all kind of heinous stuff to their own, not even nobody else, and they will defend it. Continuing.
Equal rights. Please tell me, Mr. Williams, what rights black people don't have. Also, white people, yeah, we do have a record of critique of your oppression. In fact, do you know how many of our ancestors fought in the Civil War to free your ancestors? Bloodiest war in the United States history was over what was right, and it was largely white people fighting it. In fact, it was white Southern Democrats who fought for, not against, slavery.
So you notice that anytime you stand up for yourself, you see how angry they get? You see that? You're the problem. You're the troublemaker. You don't love America. All kind of other stuff, because how dare you say to white supremacy, you're not going to treat me like this no more. I'm going to speak up and speak out against you. I'm not going to go along to get along. I'm not turning the other cheek to you no more. You're going to treat me right, and that's just the bottom line. And that's a problem. But as long as you going along to get along, letting them beat you up and subjugate you, then that's okay. You doing good. And then they go find some coon to try to back up what they have to say. Civil War had nothing to do with slavery. It had nothing to do with fighting for what is right. Let's call that out for what it is. And black people fought in that war just as much as anybody else. Like Jesse has said in his speech, we have fought in every single war. And you come up with this, it's the Democrats. You know how it is for us? Whether you conservative or whether you are a liberal, there are white supremacists on both sides. And that's just bottom line. No one of those parties are for us at all, because you have some of these conservatives who are upfront white supremacists. Then you have the undercover white supremacists who are liberal. And you notice that when we're under democratic rule, notice that we don't advance at all. So really, what good is now one of those parties when you're bringing that stuff up, Tomi Lahren?
Oh, but speaking of privilege, let's listen to this high-paid television actor tell us just how bad he has it.
Notice she said he's a high-paid actor. How does she know how much this man getting in his checks? She don't know anything about this man's money. You notice, see, the white supremacists don't like us earning high paychecks. They don't like us being successful. They hate that crap. And how dare you speak up out of your success against white supremacy? You shouldn't do that. You should be comfortable. You should be okay, right?
I'm sorry, Jesse, but I won't be apologizing for my whiteness, just as you don't need to apologize for your blackness. It's not white people working to divide America. It's you. You and Beyonce and Jada Pinkett Smith and Al Sharpton. Do you see yourself as a victim? If so, I feel sorry for you. For someone who wants equal rights, it sure sounds like you prefer special treatment. It sure sounds like you'd like a gold star at the end of the day just for being born. Get over yourself. You're not a humanitarian. You're not a unifier. You're not teaching black children to go forth and conquer. You're teaching them to feel sorry for themselves. Nice work, and how about you sit down?
Tomi Lahren, why are you so upset? I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, I get why you upset, but you need to calm your little self down, because you're going to get old before your time. I mean, you're going to kind of naturally do it. But the thing is, you know, it takes less muscles to smile than it is to frown. But you're so upset because the truth cut down to your soul. You know good and well that doctrine of demons called white supremacy is wrong. You know it's wrong, and that's why you upset when somebody call that out. Now, let me explain something to a lot of you when it comes to these white supremacists. In the mind of an actual white supremacist, they feel all white people are white supremacists. And if you speak up against that, then you're anti-white. Never argue with them that you're anti-white. No, I would say I am anti-white supremacist. I am that, but I'm not anti-white. We're not even getting to that conversation, because in their mindset, they feel all white people are like them, and other white people actually need to stand up and say back to them, don't you include me in your crap. I'm nothing like you. Don't be saying anti-white, because that's not what that person was saying. That's not what Jesse Williams was saying. He was speaking against the system of white supremacy. And when you talking about equal rights, we could start right on the criminal justice system. We're not equal there. Not at all. Look how many black people are locked up in prisons for nonviolent crimes. Look at how many of them sitting in prison are not even convicted just because they cannot even get bail. Shoot, this country is still ran on slavery. You talking about victimized, and black people are the most victimized people in this country. You never got rid of slavery. You transferred it. Look at the 13th Amendment. This country's always ran on slave labor. And the black man and black woman is the number one victim of the slavery that's going on in this country. You know, I'm not upset to talk about it. Nothing Tomi Lahren is saying is upsetting me. Why? Because when you stand on the truth, there's no reason to get upset at this little woman named Tomi Lahren that grew up in South Dakota and probably never been around too many black people, maybe until she started getting around the city where she's at now. Now, at the same time, she was upset a lot of the responses that she was getting on Black Twitter. And she had to respond to Black Twitter on her next one. Let's roll that clip.
Here it goes again. I call out a race bait and I'm Black Twitter public enemy #1. Oh, bring it on. You're proving my point with every misspelled tweet and every stupid emoji you post on my Instagram. Half white Jesse Williams stands up at the BET Awards and bashes white people for being white, and yet I'm the racist? Okay, sure. So if he's half white, is he then half racist? Ponder that.
You see, there you go again. In order to be white, you have to be a white supremacist. This is their mindset. And like I said, white people, you need to push back against that, because what they're doing is they're labeling all white people white supremacists. And if a lot of you come and say, I'm not that way, well, you need to speak up against these conservatives like Tomi Lahren to say, stop including me in your crap. Now, she has no problem with anyone calling her a racist. Yeah, because she has accepted that she's a white supremacist and that is her lot in life. I mean, so I'm not really mad at her that she accepts her truth, but let's go and continue.
See, I'm not pressed or angry that black people getting woke. I'm all for it. But you're telling me it takes a stupid BET award speech or a Super Bowl performance by entertainers to empower you? And what exactly are you being woke to do? That's what I don't get. Please tell me in what way black Americans are not equal. I'm waiting.
Oh, she just said she had no problem with black people being woke. And then she said she don't know what black people are being woke to. In the same sentence. How stupid are you? Tomi Lahren, did you hear what you just said in the same sentence? My God.
Seems like people of color can say whatever the hell they want and get a free pass. But when I speak my truth, I'm your target. Somehow telling me to go die makes you feel supreme?
You doggone right you are a target. No, the thing is, you're mad that we as black people say things right back to you white supremacists now. And you say that, well, we say anything we want. No, the fact is, you want to still sit here and call us niggers. I'm going to go ahead and just straight say it. That's what you want to do. Go ahead and do it. We live in 2016. You got free speech. Call us that if that's what you want to do. No, but you don't want to deal with the backlash of that. I mean, come on. Trump is galvanizing a lot of y'all to go ahead on and feel comfortable saying that word to black people again. Do what you do. Got your free speech.
Listen, I know racism exists, and it's not going to stop where our leaders keep exploiting the divide. I talk about race and race baiting because, quite frankly, most white people are afraid to. They don't want to say something wrong and offend anyone or, heaven forbid, get labeled a racist. It's terrifying, so they say nothing. I don't play that game. I don't care if you call me a racist. If that makes you feel better, do it.
Once again, you don't care because you are a white supremacist. Your ancestors started the divide. What in the hell are you talking about? Y'all started the social construct of race, not us. And why is it that you're so worried about another black person telling other black people things as their reality, Tomi Lahren? I mean, what is it with y'all white supremacists trying to tell black people you need to be bringing people together? You bring everybody together. You the one started the division. You started white supremacy. You started racism. You started Jim Crow. You started chattel slavery. You started all this stuff. The convict lease program, the black codes. You started all that crap. You the one to fix it. Why in the world the victim got to fix it when we being victimized? That is so stupid.
I'm not going to stop calling out this crap, and it's not because I don't like black people. It's because some in the black entertainment community, like Jesse Williams, believe the only way to empower is to pit black Americans against white Americans in some kind of a dominance battle, a melanin showdown. I don't want any part of that. I don't think black Americans are weak. I don't think you're victims. I think you're strong, proud, and free Americans, just like the rest of the people in this country. I don't think you need special treatment or gold stars for your existence. That's insulting to you as individuals, as Americans. We need a race conversation in this country badly, and it starts with an open and honest conversation, not inhibited, timid, and head shy and beating around the bush. If I need to be the lightning rod that sparks some honesty, well, here I am. I'm sorry the truth rattles your reality, but you won't silence me. Those are my final thoughts.
We live our truth every single day, Tomi Lahren, and when we speak our truth, it bothers you. Because you don't like to hear the truth about this country operating under a doctrine of demons called white supremacy. We're not asking for a gold star. Well, anytime we ask for equal rights, it's considered special treatment, because in your rabid white supremacist mind, how dare black people be equal to you? How dare they demand to be equal to you? That must be some sort of form of special treatment. I don't hear any black people saying they want to be treated any different than anybody else. They want the same treatment you get, the same rights that you have. That's it. Nobody in this country should be privileged. Everybody should be treated the same. And that's all black people are talking about. But to you, it seems like, oh, well, black people want to be treated special. No, that's not even what it is. But you have to understand the mind of a white supremacist. Now, this woman is, of course, trying to replace Ann Coulter. Understand that. Ann Coulter is old, and you know how the conservative media is. They want young, fresh faces like that one to do all they speaking for them. And this girl say a lot of things that the old devils like O'Reilly and Hannity won't say, because they're much smarter than that and they've been around. But, this young girl, she trying, very hard to get her Fox News job. And, notice that she's only really relevant when she speak about black people. Notice that. When she talk about other issues, nobody's talking about her. So it really sucks that you need black people. The same people that you're talking about or talking against, you need them in order to get attention. You only got attention last time because of the Beyonce Super Bowl thing. That's it. And now you're getting attention because of Jesse Williams. So at the end of the day, you need black people. But of course, it's always been like that. Ever since the creation of this nation, you need black people. You can't survive without black people. You're like a parasite. We get that. You get rid of the host, then what's going to happen to the parasite? It's going to die. And that's what happens to a lot of these white supremacists. That's why they don't want us free. That's why they don't want us waking up. That's why they don't want us standing against them, because their cash cow and their slaves will be gone. Well, it's a new day. Black people are waking up. White folks are waking up, as we can see every single day, how white folks are standing against white supremacy as well. And I'm happy that they're doing that. So I don't know what y'all think about Tomi Lahren. It's probably much of a longer video than what I normally would do, but we want to take time to dissect this video because this young lady is obviously lost. She drunk the Kool-Aid of white supremacy. And one thing, this woman is 23 years old. Okay. She didn't grow up during segregation, but yet look at her. Don't say that the millennials are any different than those that grew up in the time of the 50s and 40s and 60s. They the same people that raised those is raising these as well. Just make sure you keep that in your mind. Hit me up in the comments, use the commentaries, subscribe.